Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
The mountain fire in Ventura County has now burned close to 20,000 acres between Santa Paula, Moore Park, and Camarillo, and burned at least dozens of homes.
Now, this fire, you may remember, started yesterday morning and crossed the 118 freeway into the Camarillo Heights area. NBC4's Karma Dickerson joins us from that neighborhood, which has become one of the hardest hit. Right, Karma?
Absolutely. We're showing you one of those streets right here, Old Coach Drive, which is one of the hardest hits that we have. In fact, seen on this street, there is more gone than is saved. It's really hard to say that knowing what homeowners are going to be coming back to, but it's pretty devastating what we're showing you. We're actually giving you a view from above as well, because the perspective on this is pretty extraordinary, and it's hard to get an idea of just how much damage that we're seeing. There's also fire crews still on the scene, though the fire has moved out of the area. There are many spot fires that remain still on the property. And until very recently, the winds were so strong in this area that were an ember to start flying, it could threaten one of the few homes that's still remaining along this street. Now, the area is still largely unsafe. We have cases where the utilities are off at many of these homes. There are some downed trees. Nevertheless, some homeowners have returned, including one we spoke to who lives just down the road, to try to see what's left.
Very, very fortunate that the house didn't burn. Lost the chickens, which was, cried for my 3 chickens.
One of the scariest things about yesterday for Janie Kazdarian was the traffic. She says she and her neighbors ended up in a traffic jam trying to escape their Las Posas Estates area neighborhood. As the winds whipped the fire closer, she thought of the 2018 Camp Fire in Northern California, where people died in their cars trying to escape.
Pretty terrifying. I was saying, please God, this is not the way I want to go.
She was able to make it out with her dog and horse. This morning, she was able to see how lucky that was, given the state of her stables.
I can't believe that this is melted. Steel roof melted. But my neighbors, my poor neighbors.
The view here from Janie's property shows how much the firefight here at Marine View Drive really was a battle for each and every home. Just beyond her property line, we can see her neighbors that were not as fortunate. One house gone, all that's left there, the chimney. The house right next door to hers. The only thing really discernible at this point is what's left of a washer and dryer. She tells us she's seen her neighbor around here trying to find out if his cat was able to make it outside alive. But just over the fence line, this appears to be what saved Janie's property in part. This was the dressage arena. She says she'd watered it down just before she grabbed her horse and really ran for her life. And she believed this is what stopped that push of fire. It spared the house just behind hers, but still burned all the way up to the shed adjacent to her house. As Janie and her husband spent the night on the floor of a hotel room because she says they couldn't find space anywhere else, firefighters kept the flames at bay all night.
I was told that Oxnard Fire Department saved our house.
Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. This is your humble servant, Big Levi, and today is Noga, November the 8th, 2024, and it's currently 12:19 a.m. Eastern Time pre-recorded. Now, beloved, before we get into the whole thing concerning this fiery conflagration that is destroying 83 over there in California, we want to dispel all conspiracy theories, of course, because a lot of the people, they are new here, they may not know exactly what's going on, and they think this is being done by men, or the U.S. government is doing this, or China, or some elite is destroying other elites' houses so they can take their land. So what we want to dispel and discontinue, and it is the fact that those people are coming out there and say, well, oh, surprise, look at how the trees are standing and nothing touched the trees, and why the houses are being burned but not the trees. But those people do not understand. In the book of Revelation, the Holy One say, hurt not the corn, the oil. Fear not, O ye land, fear not or ye animals, the mighty one will not hurt them. It will not hurt the land, the plants, the animal, the specific people. It will not hurt them. It's just going to take away your possession, and eventually he is sweeping you off the land. Now, for some of you that may not know, this is not a typical area out of California or that far close to LA. This is not a typical area where normal people live at, where they have the regular average Joe. This is a very wealthy area, okay? So as you can see, those people, their homes are being burned down, of course. Anytime there's a tragedy, something like that happen, they will either send somebody that look like us or one of us over there to report this calamity. Now, why they do that? They do that for multiple reasons. One of the reasons is for our people to think like, well, if they send a black people or a black person over there, as we can see, a black woman, then therefore it's affecting black folk. Therefore, we are part of this thing. Okay, that's one. Two, oh my God, there's a black woman here. We need to pray for her. We need to pray for the people. We need to pray for the neighborhood. That's one of the main two reasons why they are doing this, okay? Now, the second thing we want to talk about, this is just my personal views concerning the election, of course. I and my beloved brothers and sisters, we weren't waiting on John to win and Jane to lose. This is not what we were waiting on. We do know that no matter who won the election, which was Mr. Trump himself, it's just going to be worse. What it is, beloved, the Holy One said, well, you people want your savior. You know, Trump is the last hurrah. They have nobody else. Who they have? Biden? Who they have? Harris? Who they have? I don't know. What else they have? They have nothing. Trump is their savior. So the Holy One said, you want a savior? Well, Cesar Bush, I didn't do anything for you when that hit you in 2020 while he was there, of course. Everybody just talk about the whole thing, and then they brought the fire in there. Oh, well, the reason why the fire is happening because you guys are not raking the forest and stuff like that. You know, stupid things like this. And you guys love that. You can escape through it. The reason the Holy One gives you him because you want a savior. He gives you your savior. Now he's going to knock your teeth out, and your savior ain't gonna do his for you. He can't do nothing. Be on the lookout. He is going to focus solely on the so-called the Haitians. That's what he's going to focus on. He's going to do the best that he can do to put his typical things on the Haitians, try to distract the people from the calamities that's going to happen, but it ain't gonna work. As you saw, beloved, this hurricane season was no joke. Can you imagine what's gonna happen in 2025? 2025 is right down the corner. Hurricane season is 6 months from now. 6 months, let me see, 8 months? 8 months from now. Not that much. June 1st, hurricane season begin. Okay? June, 8 months from now, if I'm not mistaken. All right? Well, not even 8 months, 7 months. Okay, we got December, January, February, March, April, May, June. 7 more months. You're right back in the loop. We'll see. In the meantime, beloved, we have this right here. We don't care who won. We don't care who lost. We care about what's going on right now. As you can see, whether John, Jack win, Jane lost, Joanne lost, Joanne win, the fire is going on, the plague is going on. A lot of those people, their homes are being burned. There'll be no Jacob trouble. Be at peace. All right, let's take the next video. We got a few of them here. Unfortunately, today we may not stay for 2 hours, but we'll do the best that we can. Let's keep on moving, okay? All right.
Now at one breaking news, the mountain fire that has burned several homes in Ventura County has exploded in size to nearly 20,000 acres. Good afternoon. This is the KTLA 5 News at 1. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. Fire crews are working to protect life and more properties from burning as the winds quickly fan the flames.
We have live team coverage this afternoon tracking.
Okay, let me say one thing here, beloved, okay? This is what those people do to dispel their failure. They will sit there, they will claim that, well, the firefighters are saving homes and stuff like that. Yo, with hurricane force winds, okay, with those little technology with a helicopter with a bucket stick at the bottom of it, that's the technology. And then when they take the water, they spray the water in this fire. The wind is too strong, it just took the water away. So what those people are trying to do, like always, they try to keep a face. They try to show the people, hey, don't worry about anything. We are saving you. We are saving you. We are saving your homes. We are saving this. And they will take the few homes that are not completely destroyed, and then they will bring it out there and say, the firefighters save your house. Those heroes out there, they are doing heroic stuff, you know. They are heroes. You know, give them credit. But they won't show you the burnt breads. They won't show you the people that didn't make it. Okay, they won't show you the vast majority of the homes over there are burned down to the ground. But hey, people are saving houses out there. Yeah, whatever, man.
Current weather conditions, new evacuations, and power outages. We're going to start with Sarah Welch. She's live in Santa Paula, where properties are still being threatened by the flames. Sarah.
Hi, Lou and Glenn. Good afternoon.
Of course, her name is Sarah, you know, Sarai, the wife of Abraham, and Santa Paula, you know, Saint Paul. Of course, all those things are there.
Are still being threatened, and many properties have burned down. We don't have an accurate number yet. We are waiting on.
That's a bunch of lies. They do. They have the satellites. If they know it's 19,600 acres so far, several homes. What they love to say, beloved, is like, over 100 structures are burned down. Okay, when people say structures, like empty barns, empty sheds, silos, stables, cattle, horse stables, things like that are burned down. But they're not going to tell you, okay, those people right there, they are homeless. Yes, they do have insurance. For instance, let's see. You know what? Let's ask our trusty AI. Let's ask Google first. What is the average time it takes to build a... wait, no. Okay, so this isn't going to work. Let's ask our AI here. Are you there? Hello?
Salut, comment ça va?
Ça va bien. Je veux connaître en anglais comment ça coûte de avoir bâti une maison en Amérique. Je veux connaître le temps, combien de temps il prend pour construire une maison en Amérique, et spécialement en Californie, Los Angeles. Donne-moi la réponse en anglais.
In Los Angeles, California, the cost to build a house can vary widely, but on average, it ranges from $200 to $400 per square foot. So for a 2,000 square foot home, it could cost between $400,000 and $800,000 or more, depending on the materials and finishes you choose. As for the time it takes to build, it usually ranges from 6 to 12 months, but this can vary based on factors like permits, weather, and the complexity of the project.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, that is our AI right there. Now, as you can hear, it takes $400,000 to $800,000. Now, then again, beloved, like we said in the beginning, those people that live over there, they are not lightweight. They are not your regular average Joe, average Jane. Let's say those houses over there, those home mansions, they take somewhere around $800,000 to build. Now, first thing first, How long is gonna take the insurance to give them the money? The insurance gonna give you the money like you call today, they give you the money today. Or you call today, they give you the money tomorrow. That's not how that works. You're going to wait. Okay? Now let's say you wait an average of 2 weeks, for the inspection and appraisal. I believe that's what they call it. And then you think the insurance gonna give you a check for $800,000? You think that's how it works? You're gonna get lawyers. You're gonna get a bunch of stuff. The most insurance will give you, and it's for a house that is covered, like let's say the insurance is like $1 million. But I don't know. But I do know one fact: they ain't gonna handle you a check for $1 million because your house is covered under this whatever fire for $1 million. They ain't gonna do that. Not like that. Not like this. One thing that I do know is they're going to make you work for it. Now, once you get whatever money they give, let's say they give you $400,000. The cost of materials and things like that, and then you're going to rebuild. By the time you finish rebuild, which is not going to take 6 to 12 months, it's going to take you a few years to build. Because I was reading a comment, some of the comments, the people that their home were burned down during the 2018 Camp Fire and stuff. Till this day, this happened like 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Till this day, they can't never rebuild. By the time they receive the check from the company, the price of things, the permits, the license and things like that, it's too much. One of the dudes say he only received like $60,000 from his insurance and stuff, because the Holy One make it to such a degree that you will not rebuild and you're being swept off. And the one that rebuild, they think, oh, okay, well, we rebuild, it will never happen again. All right, then, we'll see.
On that, but I want to show you this. This is one of those properties here in Santa Paula. This is just a beautiful property. It's off South Mountain Road. You can see all that's left here is the chimney. Now, the owner told us that she was really worried about the winds yesterday. And you can see as we pan right, the hillside here, how it's just charred. And as we pan all the way around, you can see that, her garden area, this whole place that was set up to be her special place has burned to the ground. Now, this woman, she woke up yesterday,
there you go,
worried about the winds. She decided to check on her daughters nearby.
How are you going to recover from this? How are you going to rebuild everything? And not only that, you will rebuild everything better again. Houses that been there for hundreds of years. You build memories there. You do stuff there. Your mother, your father inherited this house from their grandparents, which inherited it from their great-grandparents and passed it on to you. Some of them were born in there. You were born here. You were raised there. All that you know. Remember, beloved, the emotional scar is worse than the physical scar that you're seeing here. Some of the stuffs or things, they can be replaced. Okay, some of the walls and things like that, they can be replaced. But like the pictures, certain specific items, they have very emotional connection aspect. And when you have those things, you're like, yo, my grandmother did give me this before she died. My grandfather, my friend, my this, my that, but this thing is gone. It's never going to be the same. And remember, those people are on their way out, okay?
She wasn't gone long. She came back to her house burning down, and she had to grab what she could. Don DeLeon, come on in. We want to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you're here with one of your pets. This is Polar.
Polar bear.
The polar bear. Walk us through what happened so quickly yesterday.
It was just very scary. The wind was about 60, 70 miles an hour. It just all happened so fast. And this started on Balcom Canyon, and within minutes, or I don't know how long, but it got here so fast.
Exactly. 60 to 70 miles, let's see. Can you give me the winds category of the hurricane stage? Okay, all right, 74 to 95 miles per hour. This is a category 1 hurricane, man. This is extremely dangerous. One person, one of those comment boards said, anytime you got anything over 60, it's like a blue torch. The moment you get to the forest or whatever structure, wood or whatever that is, it's like a blue torch. And not only that, the wind that's a 70, 75 category 1 hurricane, what it does, it just brought all the embers miles away. And then the embers get into other homes and then fire started. They say they saw this thing very far. Is that thing? How long is that thing even recording? Is that how long? All right, 20 minutes. Good. So they are over there, and they're home, look at things and stuff like that, and then within minutes the fire is already there, because something running at 70 up to 70 miles an hour, it's not it's not slow. I mean, you drive. I'm assuming the one that do. 70 miles an hour is not slow. Most places in the US you can't do 70 miles an hour, which is about 80 kilometers an hour. What is 70 miles an hour in kilometers?
Here's information from Inch
Crap,
Calculator.
it's 112. Okay, 70 miles an hour is 112 kilometers an hour. Okay, this is not slow. Okay, a wind going 112 kilometers an hour, this thing will reach you. It might be a mile, it might be 3 miles away, it will reach you in about like 2.5 minutes or 3 minutes. By the time you go inside and try to tell people, boom, this thing hit you.
I left here, went to a house half a mile down the road, said, oh, I forgot my phone, came back, and the house was on fire and couldn't get up here again.
Let's walk over to your vehicle. So you were able to quickly pack the vehicle, and inside your vehicle are some of your most prized possessions. Lou and Glenn, take a look at what's inside, what's packed inside this car. We've got 6 dogs and 2 cats, all packed in here with a friend. They've been in here, in and out for the night. And Don, you're working on...
Okay, so again, 83 when it comes to the animals, they got 6 dogs, 2 cats, and that's all. That's what they were able to save. That's what they were able to save, man. The whole place is gone. Now, what the hell you want those people to do, man? Get another job? Get to job? Pull themselves by the bootstrap? Hell, call FEMA? Is that what that is? Is that what you people want? Call FEMA and say, well, FEMA, hey, my house is a disaster and you guys need to pay and stuff like that. People, listen. This isn't going to stop here, and then it won't stop in the future. Many people don't know this. In 2020, when we were doing this, you can go to our earliest videos, okay? The first video, one of the first Esau's Trouble was concerning the fiery conflagration. And those people were stocking things for Christmas and stuff like that, and boom, this stuff happened. Everything that they had is burned down. So you mean to tell me this woman has 6 dogs and that fellow that she has in the car, before Christmas get there, they're going to not only get their insurance money back, that if they have insurance, they're going to build a home, already got all the presents for Christmas, and then back better than ever? Is that what that is? Is that what you people trying to tell people here? Is that please let me know, is that what that is? Is that you people gonna just sit there and saying like, oh well, Big Levi, you have to understand, the government gonna give the money quickly? Nope, those people won't have a good Thanksgiving, and hell, they will not have a good Christmas.
A place to go.
Right, and first have to find babysitters for these guys, and then...
Okay,
Fire is still under investigation and the firefight continues. I think one of the biggest blessings...
Again, beloved, they don't know how this fire started. They don't know what happened. It's just happened. Oh well, it was lighting. Oh well, it was some political matter. People that did this, they don't know. Oh, it's a power pole and power line fell and stuff like that. They don't know.
Today will be when these winds begin to die down. We'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. And as our guest just said, heartbreak and devastation in Ventura County as homeowners return to their family home and find it destroyed.
Multiple homes were burned to the ground by the fast-moving mountain fire that sparked yesterday morning. KTLA 5's Kimberly Chang is live in Camarillo Heights and spoke to those homeowners who are now sifting through the rubble. And Kimberly, you were out and about yesterday all day. You've seen it all.
Lou and Glenn, and this is just a devastating scene as we're meeting homeowner after homeowner who has lost their home. You saw in the last hour, we talked to the owners of what was their home that they built 25 years ago. Fawn Parrish and her husband, Joey, you can see them over there.
So you owned this home 25 years. Like 25 years ago, that was like 1999. Okay, since 1999, you bought this home. Probably 10 years ago, you done paying it, I'm assuming. Or you inherited this thing, since 1999. You have the memories in there, man. Things in there and stuff. You may not living like a king, but damn it, that was yours. And then just in a fraction of a second, this thing is burned down, and then you come back to this. And people want to sit there and say, like, Big Levi, this is Jacob's trouble. Another thing I want my people to know. Listen, black folk, I'm not going to address the nation. I'm addressing the others. Our people, we are not that stupid. Listen, stop spreading garbage. Stop spreading garbage. If you receive any garbage about I don't know, somebody takes you back to the plantation or whatever, something related to slavery you just receive anywhere, don't send it to anyone, don't post it online, things like that don't bother you. You disdain and ignore things like that. Do not spread this thing in the midst of our people. I already see video, people are getting emotional. Oh, this happening. This is not us. Remember, beloved, there's a group of blassos out there. They love attention. They love to make things up. And so they can get their 15 minutes of fame. Okay? There's a lot of them. Remember that young lady a year or two ago? That said, she saw a little toddler who kidnapped, and then she was on the phone with 911, and then she started yelling, I'm being kidnapped, whatever. And it turned out it was one of those blassos looking for attention. A hell of a lot of those people out there, they love things if there's no drama, they'll make drama. Stop spreading things. That is in the midst of us here. I'm speaking to the others. For those of you that are new here, if you receive anything like that, just ignore it. Those people on their way out. Don't feed the troll. Don't feed those people. They're on their way out. They try to make you forget about things like that, not paying attention to things like that. Or would you forget about North Carolina? Or would you forget about Valencia? We don't care about if somebody receive whatever it is. You block this number and then you keep it moving. Good glory.
Over there with her son, just going through what's left of their home. Earlier, they told us that they were looking for a box which had some important documents that they weren't able to take with them. But in this last hour, there's no sign of it. So it's likely gone.
Okay. All right. For instance, right here, this is out of all the stuff that I burnt. 540, the mailbox of those people still stand. And you know what to do with 540. Now, listen to what she said. She said they had some important documents that were in some kind of box or a safe, and they could not take it with them. They tried to come back and try to get it, but hey, this thing burned. What kind of documents? What kind of deeds those people had in those boxes? Was it the deed to a land? The deeds to other houses? Was it, or is it possible those people were hoarding or hoarding gold, silver, or some kind of bond on paper, some kind of stuff we're not even aware, like you can do that? Is that legal? Is that even possible? Now those things burned down. Was it, or is it possible those people have some of our books in there? Definitely, to me, those folks had the food they were hoarding and putting there. Oh, when the grid go down, I got food here, I got it. But bad boys, what you gonna do when the fire come for you? What you going to do when something like that happens? There's nothing here. Everything is reduced to ash on the ground. 540, 5 plus 4 plus 0 code 9, destruction. You can't make this up. And people gonna sit there like, well, Big Levi, you have to understand, the government is doing this, the DEW, direct energy weapon. If it's not direct energy weapon, it's up. Oh, the Gentiles, they have up, the government have this, the government have that, or the elite have this, the elite have... So you mean to tell me with the cloud seeding technology, they could not generate a cloud and let it rain over there? It got so bad, brethren, that the firefighters run out of waters. So you mean all those rich people, millionaires, billionaires that live in this area, okay, wherever this thing was burning, they could not call their millionaire friend and say, hey, listen, quickly tap a little something in that computer, generated a cloud of water or whatever, rain, go over there and extinguish this fire. Nope, they couldn't do that. Or if they have whatever that you were saying, like some direct energy beam weapon, and they are burning their own home. Although they didn't go in Crenshaw, they didn't go in Compton and burn that H down. No, they go out there and then sieve out those people and burn down their places. Okay, well, whatever, dog. Let's keep on moving.
You can see just what's left of their home. They were pointing out things like the spiral staircase that they put in and was beautiful. This home was beautiful, had beautiful views. Fawn was telling me that her grandfather owned this lot, her dad lived here, and then she and her husband Joey built this house from the ground up. It meant a lot to them. They had thousands of people who had been staying here, including international students that they hosted. They would hold annual dessert night for the neighbors. It was a gathering place. It was a place of love, she was telling me. This is the address here, 540 Highland Drive, and they're still walking around now assessing the damage.
540 Highland, the best land. Can't make this up, man. Not Lowland Drive, Highland Drive. The best land. Used to hold a lot of parties. This is metaphorically America right there. This is the place there exchange student people from 83 from all over the world. They will come here. The entire neighborhood will come here. Thousands of people eating dinner, a dessert, and eating stuff and having parties, drinking, and a few other stuff besides, flesh on flesh action. But this is the place of pleasure. And now this thing happened. Let's keep on moving to the next video. How long we are into this thing, man? Okay, all right then. Let's take a little break right quick right there. I don't even think this thing will work. It won't work. Okay, you know what? Let's keep on playing. If I hear it in the background, I'll just let it play.
All right, we'll check back with you soon. Now, in a matter of hours, the mountain fire just tore through neighborhoods. We watched it happen. Inspectors are headed to the scene today to try to figure out exactly how many homes have burned.
Yeah, it appears at this point that dozens of homes have been lost.
And then they will never tell you. While inspectors over there are trying to come up and tell you how many homes that destroyed, but they'll never tell you exactly the amount. Okay. Thinking, oh boy. There you go.
The 8K family.
Have you ever felt a deep yearning for spiritual growth but didn't know where to start? What if I told you there's a guide that can lead you through every step? Introducing the 8K Family Handbook. This comprehensive guide is your ultimate companion for spiritual empowerment, offering invaluable insights and practical steps to enhance your spiritual journey. What's inside? Perform spiritual background checks. Learn how to assess spiritual energies and protect yourself from negative influences. Connect with your guardian angel. Discover methods to establish a strong, supportive relationship with your guardian angel for guidance and protection. Develop your magical abilities. Unleash your innate magical potential with step-by-step instructions and exercises tailored for all levels. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned practitioner, the 8K Family Handbook provides the tools and knowledge you need to elevate your spiritual practice. Begin your journey to empowerment and enlightenment today. Available now on Amazon.com.
All right, for those of you who does not have the book, you can go to Amazon and get it, the book. You can email me to buy a signed copy, and the book has to call you. Okay, it has to call you. So we publish it this year, June the 25th. Next June we'll give it a year. Most of our people, most of the AK family members, they have this book. Do the best that you can to get yours. Get a physical copy. That's what matter in this thing, because at one point you may not be able to use your phone or tablet or ebook, whatever, to try to get the digital copy. You may not have power, well, to power your tablets or devices, but the physical book, power 24/7 forever. Let's keep on moving.
NBC4's Lauren Coronado is live in the Camarillo Heights neighborhood to show us the damage there. Lauren.
Lynette, Adrian, keep in mind we're about 7 miles from where Brittany is, so this just really goes to show how widespread this fire is. We're talking about 14,000 acres burning so far. We're at one home. This is
So her name is Lorraine Coronado. I am assuming Coronado means to be crowned. Lorraine, to be crowned. What does the name Lorraine means? What does the name Lorraine means? No, not Lorraine. Lauren. Okay, not Lauren. Lauren. What does the name Lauren means? There we go. Of course, the name Lauren has multiple meanings, including laurel tree, sweet of honor or wisdom. Now, the laurel, okay, sweet of honor or the laurel wreath. No, not this one. Wreath, is that what that is? The laurel wreath. No, this. Or the woman laurel wreath. Is that what that is? The laurel wreath. Oh, all right. Wreath is a symbol of achievement and victory. You know, this little thing that the Caesars, the crown, it's like a woman crown. The Caesars, you know, used to wear it. Woman emperor crown. Okay, well, oh boy, those AI. There you go. What? There we go. Now this one, of course, they had to chip the nose and, you know, remake the mouth, you know, because some of those emperors, they were black men. All right then. You see this laurel that they have over their head? Oh boy, this one is better. It's to be crowned. So her name, Lauren, okay, Lauren or Laurel Coronado. What does Coronado means? What does Coronado means? Crown, yes. The word Coronado is a Spanish term that means crown. So her name is double intendrum, is that what that is? For crown, or kingdom, to receive the crown, to be crowned. Is this a message that our men, our people will are we going to get be crowned? Are we going to get the crown back? Are we getting the kingdom back? That's your opinion right there. Will be greatly appreciated. Let's keep on moving.
So far, we're at one home. This is one example of the homes lost in the front yard. You'll see how charred all of the debris here is. And as we make our way down the driveway, you'll see the devastation. Again, just one example of the homes lost. Our team counted at least 24 so far. And as the sun comes up, you're just seeing the magnitude of the devastation. You're still seeing some areas that are smoldering under those layers of debris as well. We know more than 800 firefighters from across the state are working to put out this fire. I talked with one crew who said they are dedicated to putting out hot spots like some of the ones you're seeing.
Yeah, but
now.
you guys won't tell the people that, hey, these, you know, you run out of water and this thing is unstoppable. You just can't stop it. That's all it is. You can't stop it.
We also spoke with another family, Steve Taylor. He says his home is gone. He and his family bought that home in '87. He says they did everything they could yesterday to save it, but it just wasn't enough. Now they're working to process the magnitude of their loss.
With Thanksgiving coming up, I mean, with the family we'll gather and we'll celebrate Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, it won't be
Now, this dude is not worrying about, like, thank God I made it out alive. Thank God my wife, my son, my cats, we're okay. Oh, no, but Thanksgiving, nigga. That's what I'm worrying about. I'm worrying about, like, we ain't gonna be able to, you know, celebrate Thanksgiving here, which, of course, he's right. That's all he's worrying about, man. He's worrying about his holidays, his deities and stuff. He's not worrying about, like, yo, oh, thank God the Most High have mercy upon me. You know, thank God, you know, Jesus, at least, damn. At least says I was had mercy upon me. I'm safe. I'll go to church better. Nope. Thanksgiving. And it's very hard for this dude. Look at his face. His face is red. The dude is in a lot of grief and a lot of sorrow. Like, the dude is like, yo, not in this house. But we will celebrate them.
It won't be in this house. And we used to celebrate Christmas Eve.
There you go.
So it won't be in this house, but the people will be there, and that's the best thing about it.
There you go.
So difficult to hear.
There you go. They worry about the holidays where they can be comfortable and ignore our people and ignore this. And people will say, well, Big Levi, you have to understand this is Jacob's trouble, man. You know, they are gearing for Jacob's trouble. We already told you, those people will be too busy trying to save their houses. Those cops, firefighters that used to go in Chicago and do all those shootings, now you may see those shootings are not happening at the rate they used to. In fact, you don't hear about them in the news anymore, the way that you used to hear them during the Obama era. Every Saturday, there's a bunch of people that die drive-by shooting, and it's gang-related. They never find those gangs. Now, you don't hear about those things anymore. Why? Because a lot of those dudes are no more. A lot of them, they either 988, and a hell of a lot of them are they just died. And a few of them that are somewhat was inspired by this and try to go to do this thing, they are too busy. They are too busy right now calling FEMA. They are too busy trying to put the fire out. They are too busy prepping. Because the thing is, like, to those people, this is how it is. Some elite somewhere will bring down the system so they can build a new one, of course, a better one, because this one is not good. You know, the elite are not making money. The people are. Oh, the average Joe is making millions out there, you know, because the average Joe loves this system. And that's why the elite wants to destroy it, because it's not bringing them any more money. they are not on the top again, so they're going to destroy it, and that's how those people see it. Oh, the elite going to destroy it for 2 weeks, okay? All right, there won't be no food, no electricity, and that 2 weeks I will have food, I will have medicine, ammunition, and things like that. Then after 2 weeks, they're gonna come up with gold and silver, which I have plenty of. Is that what that is? So you think within 2 weeks you're going to build a new system? A system that took over 400 years to build and maintain, but yet in 2 weeks you're going to build not only a new one, but a better one. Is that what that is? Okay, then, well, let's keep on moving.
Hear stories like his. Now, I do want to mention some road closures in the area. Northbound Lewis Road at Las Posas is closed. Eastbound Highway 118 at Wells Road and westbound 118 at Tierra Rajada Road. Back out here live. Now we're across the street. Unfortunately, this is just another home that has been lost. You can only see the frame of it right now. As the sun comes up, you're getting a better look at the damage. This is something that families are dealing with. We understand an assessment team is on their way. They're going to count just how many homes have been lost. Not sure if you guys can hear it, but right now the wind is picking up at this hour. When Brittany talked about how conditions change from street to street, this is a good example of it. Over there, she was saying the winds weren't as bad as they were earlier in the morning. It's the opposite for us. Winds are certainly picking up at this hour. Of course, that's just another challenge firefighters are dealing with. We are staying on the ground and we'll keep you posted throughout the morning. Reporting live, I'm Lauren Coronado for.
Well, they are sending like assessment team to come over there and assess this thing. Oh, well, how many houses destroyed? We are FEMA. Oh, well, we got over 400 houses that are burned. All right, each of the houses you get $1 million. Ooh, $400 million, yes, at least minimum. That's the $1 million. That's your snacks money. Just go out there, get some of that snacks, man. And after that, come back to your daddy, FEMA. We're balling, son. We got all the money. Let's keep on moving, dog.
Police in South Carolina's Low Country are asking people to keep their doors and windows locked. Workers are laying traps to catch dozens of monkeys that escaped from a research facility last night. CBS News spoke with the company's CEO. Dave Malkoff reports.
The 43 rhesus macaques made a break for it on Wednesday, escaping from the Alpha Genesis Primate Research Center in Yemassee, South Carolina.
The caretaker was doing her normal routine. She failed to secure the doors, and the monkeys basically just bolted through the opening. They're very social monkeys, and they travel in groups. So when the first couple go out the door, the others tend to just follow right along.
So the reason why they got out was literally monkey see, monkey do.
Absolutely.
President and CEO Greg Westergaard says the monkeys, which are used for vaccine development, are hanging out in the woods near the facility. A bystander says he saw the escape, although the video he recorded could not be verified by CBS News.
I think they're having an adventure.
The fugitive primates are described as cat-sized adolescent females.
You want it?
I met a similar species on assignment in Sri Lanka. In a statement to CBS News, the CDC said the monkeys pose no threat to public health as long as people do not come in contact with them.
Hoping for a happy ending. That's the number one important thing to me.
Dave Malkoff, CBS News, Atlanta.
All right. Now, the reason why I bought this, okay, because of the whole monkey thing. Remember, there was an incident happened like this a few years ago, I believe in 2020. A monkey escaped accident truck. Monkey escaped accident truck. That was in 2022, okay? It happened in Pennsylvania, okay? Monkeys escape after truck crashes on Pennsylvania highway. This is the New York Times, and they will want me to pay for this. A pickup truck with enclosed trailer full of 100 monkeys collide with a dump truck, the police said. 4 escapes. And 83, okay, this thing was by Michael Levinson. 83 took that, because, that's monkeys spreading that plague out there and stuff like that. And, people want to blame the monkeys and stuff. So now they say it was 40, but now it's 43, okay? And why is it that they let this thing happen? Okay, they let it happen because they know there is an incoming plague. There will be the boil plague upon the skin, a plague that they cannot explain. Just like back then, they couldn't explain any of it. They give it a name. They come up with some bogus peak. They come up with some bogus tickety tack. They come up with the bogus thumbtack, but no. They have no idea what that thing was. They just go out there, they do stuff, but that thing really take a hell of a lot of them out. That's why they had to put the migrant here to padded their numbers, because they lost a hell of a lot of people right after the census. When they made the census, they realized from 2020 till 2023 or whatever, when they did that census, or that was a lot. And they say, oh, well, this thing only killed 1 million of them. That's it. No. Just like they told you, oh, well, this thing over there in North Carolina, 213. Valencia, Spain, 213. Nope. Thousands upon thousands. This thing took millions of them down. Millions. And then now this stuff is going on, and they're like, hey, let's release those monkey when this ish happened. Conspiracy theories out there say, you see, now they started this stuff to eliminate themselves, to eliminate people, stuff like that. Yeah, whatever, man. Let's keep on moving. So we cleared this whole monkey business out.
And we know that we personally witnessed.
Let's go right here. Usually, always somebody that look like us, always in the midst, but let's keep on moving.
Fire crews are battling a massive, fast-moving wildfire in Southern California right now. The so-called mountain fire started yesterday and has already burned more than 14,000 acres. Millions are under red flag warnings as high winds fuel the flames, which have caused widespread destruction, closed schools, and forced thousands of evacuations. NBC News correspondent Morgan Chesky is on the ground for us in Camarillo Heights, about 50 miles outside of Los Angeles. He joins us now with the latest. Morgan, the Santa Ana winds are really impacting firefighters' ability to get this wildfire under control. What kind of progress have they made?
Zinc Clay, frustrating progress. The status of the fire is 0% containment, and that is despite having hundreds of firefighters deployed and nonstop drops of water from helicopters in and around this mountain fire complex. We are on top of one of the hills of this area, standing unfortunately in front of one of the houses that have burned to the ground. We know that we personally witnessed at least a dozen that have been all but incinerated as a result of this fast-moving blaze. You mentioned those evacuations. They were so critical in getting everyone out of this area. When this fire started around 9 a.m. yesterday, those winds picked up, and it was not long before the embers started landing amid the houses and amid these neighborhoods that made for such a frustrating firefight here. We know that seasonally, that's when these winds are supposed to come through here, but it's still incredibly frustrating for fire crews. Zinc Clay?
And Morgan, this wildfire is tearing through communities in Ventura County. Can you describe the damage we've seen so far?
It's rough. You drive through one of these streets, Zinc Clay, and you'll see one home perfectly fine. The home next to it, smoldering and ash covered here. That is the situation where you can have an emberland.
So one thing you notice here, beloved, those folks, they do not describe the neighborhood. Whenever something happen in the hood or anywhere people somewhat predominant, well, yes, this fire is very unfortunate. You already had this area which is battered by unemployment and drug addiction and violence and things, which is the 4% or 2% poverty, the poorest in the state and stuff. suicide and things and all this nonsense. They will give you all the statistics. Whenever things happen to certain group of people, especially this specific demographic of such, there are no details. Only smoldering, place destroyed, that's it. And whoever is watching, especially the people that are overseas, are not too familiar with this place. They assume like some white black folk or some, involved with this. When in fact those places are 99.99% 83 strictly. And you're not going to see any of the so-called pastors, any of the evangelical dudes, or any of the, what they call them again, or what they call those people, those prophets out there saying anything about that. They are too busy, too happy, celebrating the victory that they think they have. Their saviors is there. They're gonna have another 4 years of this great. And 4 years, America gonna be back on their feet. Food's going to be low. The rent going to be the cheapest there is, and what else is going to happen? What else? People with deportation, because somehow the immigrants that you brought there, you're gonna send them all back because they're a threat to me now. And something else happened. Talking about the immigrant, there's this video. Okay, there's this. Let me go ahead and do this instead. There's this video concerning a Latino fellow, one of those Cuban, those people. It's there though, okay?
All right, remember this post. A Latino man who voted for Trump lives across the street from a white Trump supporter. His kids wanted to go play with the Trump supporters' kids. The white guy comes out, tell him, get the hell out of here. Pulls out a pew-pew, blasts it in the air, tell him, your kind basically are not welcome over here. And now the guy's posting his videos on the internet complaining about it. No, don't complain. Those are your people now. Trumpers are yours. Fuck out of here.
And the guy, his name is Angel Rodriguez, okay? Oops. His name is Angel Rodriguez. Oh no. I'll find his video, but I don't want to. Well, there you go. I had it here. That's the. I think this is him. This is him right there.
Miren qué carita. Miren para acá.
So he was. I don't want to go into this thing. So, but he is the guy that this thing happened. He's the dude that, vote for Trump and all that. And then when the Trump won, he want to go over there and celebrate with them. And then the guy said, get your fucking kids away from me. And then he was like, yo, man, we are the same. He's like, nah, man, you're kind of not welcome here. Pack your Haitian, get the F out of here. And then he shoot it in the air. It's like, yo, I'm not playing with your ass, man. Talking about you will replace us. So, and people like, oh, well, you're Big Levi, you need to sell word for this. And like, yo, listen, man, we don't care about this. There are plenty of stuff on TikTok, right now. And because of this, the Dominican Republic got flooded. Okay, so one of the reasons why I'm not going to go into TikTok today, because there's a lot of the fires we want to go to. But and Angel, of course, his name is Angel Rodriguez. He got booted out. Okay, how long we are into the good Lord.
And he threw us against the ropes pretty hard for a while.
Okay, look
but
at
today,
this. Like,
the winds are starting to subside somewhat.
This?
They're still very dangerous.
Look at that.
But what we had to do, we had to be in what we call a defensive posture yesterday, where life safety and structure protection were the number one priorities. But this was a challenge because the ember fallout from this fire, we had spot fires starting 2 miles ahead of the fire front. So it was a large area.
Okay, so this is
and a
what
very
this is
difficult.
what they're saying here. Because of the wind strength, when it took the embers and then they brought them 2-3 miles, they got spot fire while they're battling this one. Okay, they got spot fire 2-3 miles away. How are you going to fight this? How?
A difficult fuel bed. It's what we call intermix, which is a combination of wildland and agriculture. So orchards and fields, agricultural facilities, ranches.
Captain Tony Mike L. Okay, which is another derivative of the name Michael.
And then residential areas. So it presented all kinds of challenges to the firefighters.
Now, many areas have been told to evacuate, but for people who didn't leave, what do you want them?
All right, there you go. Now you got this home. I'm assuming. Let me go back a little right here. Okay, that one right.
Now, many areas.
So now I'm assuming those are solar powered. Those are solar panels. Okay, this one solar panel. So those are the people that they are not living off grid. However, but their houses are off grid. It's both connected to the grid and off grid, and in case the grid went down, like they always say, they will survive because they got power, the solar, and a bunch of food and stuff like that. And then the neighbors pretty much the same. Now you got those are not $200,000-$500,000 homes, man. Those are $1 million homes, and then look at this, burned to the ground. Crazy.
Areas have been told to evacuate, but for people who didn't leave, what do you want them to know?
Well, it's an emotionally shattering thing when you are confronted with a wildland fire like this, rapid moving. I tell people that nothing's more precious than your life. When those evacuation notices go out, when they start sending alerts out, we really request people to heed them. And here in Ventura County, we have a program called Ready, Set, Go, which people can go to the website, learn about it, harden and prepare their houses, have their go bags ready, and then also have a plan on where to rendezvous with family members, what items to take when you leave your house. This is all pre-planning. This is all something that we ask our citizens to do. So you can do that ahead of time. But when the time comes, you got to use your instincts, heed the warnings. We get our law enforcement partners out there. They usually go door to door. We send the alerts out. Obviously, some people want to stay. They're hesitant.
All right. If you're caught in a smoke like this, man, it will really do something to you. I don't know. Things like that are not too good for you to breathe, man. As you can see, beloved, this is bad. And again, this thing is not happening in the hood. It's not happening in the hood. It's not happening where our people at. Yay, I'm not saying all of our people will live in the hood, but this is not an area that is predominantly our people. But it's not happening here. Let's keep on moving.
With a friend.
We watched this.
Gas is still on at a lot of these homes. I mean, fire is all around. Any way to get that turned off?
Yeah, a lot of these neighborhoods we've gone to, that's what you can hear first is the sound of the gas that is still coming out of these homes. I want to take you right now because where we're standing at this home, SoCal Gas is here trying to turn that off right here. It is loud where we are. We've tried to step away from this to be at a safe distance, but right now that's what they're doing. They're trying to shut off the gas to this giant home. I want to kind of open up so you can see what this home looked like. This was a 3,400 square foot home that just collapsed as a result of the fire. It just got so hot and everything underneath collapsed. Up.
3,400 square. Let's listen to it again.
Home looked like. This was a 3,400 square foot home.
3,400 square foot home. Let's see how much that's going to cost to build $200 per square feet. Hello?
Salut, comment ça va?
Ça va bien. Je veux que tu parles en anglais. Combien ça coûte de construire une maison de $400 par 3,400 square feet.
At $400 per square foot for a 3,400 square foot house, the total cost would be around $1,360,000. Keep in mind, this is a rough estimate, and actual costs can vary based on factors like location, materials, and finishes.
So you got a $1.3 million, burned down like that. That's like estimate. It could be more. It could be 2-3 millions just burned down. And then the 3,400 square feet for 400, 200. Even if it was 200 square feet, that's a $900,000 or $750,000 house, burned down. And they try to shut off the gas or whatever that is.
That just collapsed as a result of the fire. It just got so hot and everything underneath collapsed. Up above, this is a steel roof. It's a very expensive steel roof, and it just fell, and everything underneath is gone. We spoke with the homeowner who lived here. He said that as the fire was coming through, that the wind was just so intense, and there was so much black smoke, he could hardly see a thing when he finally had to grab his family and
There you go, because if you get caught in this smoke, it can blind you, you won't be able to see anything, and if you breathe it, yikes. Get what you can and get out.
escape from here, and then he says that he watched all of this burn on live television.
It was surreal. You're watching your own house burn, and you can't even get back up here to do anything about it, so it is what it is.
And then the moment you got up here, it looks like the roof just collapsed.
Yeah, that's a steel seam roof, so it didn't burn, but everything underneath it did. So it just collapsed on top of the house.
And just from here, it looks like this was paradise for you.
It was nice. It was all landscaped and had a nice view. Still has a nice view. Yeah, the house is, it was an 8-year-old remodel, and I guess we'll have to start again.
But you got to be upset.
There you go. 8 years ago, 8-year-old, you remodeled it. 8 years ago, I'm assuming 2018, right? Is that what that is? 2018, okay? You remodeling everything 8 years later. There you go. There you go. Now we got to start again. We told you, people, this is a loop. You're not going to get out of it. You're not going to get out of it. Yes, you got insurance going to fight you, and then you're going to try to rebuild. This is not Jacob's trouble, beloved. There won't be any Jacob's trouble, man. Those people will be too busy rebuilding things, trying to come in the hood and put us in, I don't know, like FEMA camp and stuff. They are going to be too busy rebuilding things. This dude sat there and watched on live TV his home being burned down. It's a terrible thing to just sit there and you are helpless. There is nothing you can do to stop it. You just sat there and you watch your entire house burn down. Great glory to the Mighty One. The reason why this is happening to you folk over there is because of Genesis 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Yes, 2019, the 400 years is over. Remember what you guys did to Black Wall Street. Remember what you did to Uptown. Remember what you did to Rosewood. Remember all those beautiful towns that our people were flourishing. You destroyed them. Remember all the black town you burned. Remember our ancestors you burned and lynched them. Remember slavery. Remember all those horrible things that your people did. This is the result. Yea, our people, we went to this thing, we're still here. Now that you have no power, you are powerless, okay? Because Genesis 15 verse 13 is in there. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. The Holy One is judging you through the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham. And this is fiery conflagration. That's what you're seeing here. The reason why you folks' houses are being burned down, you're losing your properties, your money, your cool, your everything, your government abandon you, your church being abandoned you, because they, unlike you, know real prophecy. You ain't gonna be doing over, you ain't gonna make America great again. It was never great. Yea, you live the illusion that it was great for you and people that look like you. But when you look at this, you're like, nah. This is not great. You're going to do the best that you can do. You're going to do the best that you can. But it ain't gonna work. See, now you were asking for a savior. Of course, Trump was your last hoorah. He was your last card. There's nothing else that you had. What do you have? Jeff Bezos going to run for you? Like Elon Musk? Is that what that is? Is that what you're going to do? You're going to get a guy like Elon Musk to go out there and be president? You folks always say, well, the government is controlled and owned by the elite. Trump is fighting the elite. Yes, he is the president of this government. Now, somehow he's going to use his government power to take down the people that control the government, the people that give him power. Is that what that is? See, you guys can go out there and come up with all those backward conspiracy theories, but the fact remains is everything that you see here is being done by our people, by our prayer. The Mighty One is in the midst. The Holy Spirit, she is here. There's nothing you can do about this. You can fight. I'll say fight in a way that you can argue online. But as you can see, this gentleman, he just sat there and watched his stuff burn on live TV. He could not take a gun or go call the police or get his bodies and start shooting at the fire. Just sat there. He just sat there and just crossed his arm like, I can believe this. Well, this is pretty much the fate of all of you 83. You're just gonna sit there and then cross your arm and then just sit there like, yo, there's nothing I can do. Can't believe this thing is happening. But hey, well, that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm upset, but I mean, what do? You know? You just move on, I guess. Sitting here crying about it's not going to help anything, so I guess we'll rebuild it better than it was before.
This is 83, they're going to build better. Well, the book of Malachi 1:4, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. Whatever that you people like, well, we're going to build it better and stuff like that. Well, that's your ego, pride, and arrogance talking. The truth remains, you will not be able to build back. It's not going to happen. You can't.
Yeah, very optimistic in that. I want to bring you back live, though, and show you how these SoCal Gas guys are trying to figure this out. It looks like they're having some trouble getting underneath that steel roof to be able to shut this thing off. We did hear earlier, the homeowner had told us that they may have to actually open up the street, get in there to shut all of this off. But Right now, they're still trying to figure all of that out. There are a lot of homes dealing with this same thing, dozens of homes that we've counted. Again, they don't have an exact count on that just yet. We're still waiting to hear on that. The good news, at least for this home, is that this man says that he actually had to go through the whole home insurance situation where he was dropped from his homeowner's insurance, and he went through that just 2 years ago. So he's fully covered on this, and that, he says today, is actually putting a smile on his face. Reporting live in Camarillo, I'm John Kathy Sleeman. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
Again, just because you're fully covered, you're fully this, it doesn't work like that. Yes, beloved. You might be able to get, now I can guarantee you ain't gonna get all of that money. You might be able to get some of this money. But for you to have this money and rebuild, knowing that there's another possibility that this thing will happen. Most likely, if you're a sane person, you would have moved. If it was me, as an 83 person, I would have accepted my fate and move. Take this money, just go somewhere else. Okay? I know wherever I go, whether I move to another country, some people move to Portugal and stuff like that. Some move to Spain, some move to Italy, let me see, entire town for sale in Spain. This entire abandoned Spanish village is for sale. Listen, do not listen to those people keep saying like, well, abandoned. They are not abandoned. The reason is all the people that used to live there died. They died. Okay, this is in America. Let me see the one in Spain. This entire abandoned village. Come on, Fob, man. Oi, oi, oi. Can't even. Okay. A small village in northwest Spain is back on the market just a year after it was sold to Spanish businessman Salto de Castro in Zamora. Was for sale, but for the trifling sum of $275,000, lower than the average cost of a city center apartment in Barcelona. Okay, let's see the. It's just so many commercial. Well, let's see the town. Well, where's the photo? They didn't show the photo of the town. Okay, well, this is what it is. The village is located in the stunning natural surrounding of the Meseta, whatever. So when they are talking about, hang on. There we go. Salto de Castro. Let's see this one. Please, at least show me something. There we go. That's better. That's better. Is that the village? That's nice. For 260,000 euro. $260,000. That's nice. That's nice. That's good. Se vende. For sale. Castro de. Wait, is he selling it again? Okay. Yikes. Let me see this one. The moment you hear the word abandoned, that means like the people that were living there, they all die. Oh, come on. They all died, okay? They all died. Oh, I'm going to live in Spain. I'm going to go to Italy. Italy is even worse. Entire Italian town for sale. Okay, let me see this one. Italy, the population. This is a town sale for €1 million. Nice, nice, beautiful, beautiful. See, beautiful, beautiful, nice, antique. All the people that used to live there, oh well, they had no job. They move away to the city. Nope, they all die. All right, they simply die. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, well, People think they can move there while this thing won't find them. Oh, Portugal also. Get out of here.
News reporter Desha Patel continues our live team coverage.
She spoke with a woman whose childhood home was destroyed. Jasha?
Giovanna Phillip, right now we're in the Las Posas community here in Camarillo. And let me tell you, it is absolutely heartbreaking to see home after home reduced to ashes. Behind me, this is the Bauer family's home. This is their childhood home. We spoke with them this morning. They were visibly upset and in tears after finding out their home is completely gone.
God.
Erica Bauer walked through what was left of her childhood home Thursday morning. Her parents have lived in Las Posas Estates since 1978. This home held so many memories for her family.
I can't believe it's gone. Like, I don't even know what to say right now. This is like surreal. I mean, I know we live in a fire danger area, but this is not, it came out of nowhere. It was so fast.
The mountain fire turned their beloved home to ashes. Bauer says her parents were at home when the flames came racing towards their home. Fortunately, her mother was able to help her father, who is blind, evacuate safely before their home was engulfed in flames. The mountain fire has burned dozens of homes like this one. Thousands of people are under evacuation.
Dozens of homes. Thousands. Thousands of homes. And those people never going to rebuild, they're never going to get back to their feet. It ain't gonna happen. This system is dead. People are going to do their best though. Well, I'm gonna invest in this, I'm gonna invest in that. Well, Trump going to bring back the steel. He's going to bring back the coal. He's going to bring back this and that. It's going to bring back, the economy, gas prices, and everything going to be cheap. You people are acting as if there is a very obscure group of people controlling the rent. That is not you guys. It's not the elite. And if it is the elite, they don't look like you and they don't like you. You people acting like everything is in the hand of black people. Black folk are making your rent very expensive. They're making food very expensive. You're acting like all those, you're acting how people control the food. Not only we control it, we make them. You're acting like we have all the materials, machinery, the land permits, and we are the politicians, we are the people that are in all level of government, including the president. You act like we are the one doing this to you people. You folks acting like you are not in charge, or the people that are in charge don't look like you, or you have no idea who they are. It's just everything just do that on its own. You folks don't want to take any responsibility. You guys don't want to say anything about how you effed up, how you messed everything, how you created this uncleanable mess. Now you want all of us to come together and then do stuff. When you guys won your blessing, you had all your money, you had everything, you didn't want no one nowhere near you. In fact, you made laws such as redlining, you made sundown town, okay, you put the hillbilly box of monsters there to put like as a buff to keep our people away from you. You didn't want nothing to do with us. Suddenly now, you guys want our vote, you guys want us to come and be living with you, you guys want everything and stuff like that. Get out of here.
Evacuation warnings, and firefighters are still trying to stop the fire's progress.
Yesterday was an anomaly. It came over the hill, got the canyons got the houses. And so there's a wind tunnel that goes straight down here, and I have a house at the end of the wind tunnel in Spanish Hills. And so yesterday we were spotting out fires in my neighbor's yard there just to protect the houses there.
This fire broke out near Balcom Canyon Road and Bradley Road at approximately 9:30 in the morning yesterday. It quickly spread and crossed Highway 118. The cause of the fire is still under investigation, but Bauer describes the Las Posas Estates community as resilient.
We are going to be okay, yes. Absolutely, 100%. Everybody is strong.
No, you're not. This is the garbage they tell them to say we are strong. Say we are resilient. you know, I mean, you are crying in the middle of this thing, but tell them you're strong, you're going to build back better and stuff like that. No, more than likely, when your people get your whatever that check, you're going to get drugged with it and then die 98. Hey, a lot of those folks, not only they won't rebuild, they can't rebuild, but a hell of a lot of them will dial this specific number because they can handle this type of stress. We build this thing again. What's wrong with it? What was wrong with it? This thing was like in the 1970s. Is that what that is? Your grandfather, your grandparents, you know, pass it on to you and all that. It burned down. You're okay. Whoa, we're okay. Well, everything's going to be good. Nah. Well, ask our people when you burn down Black Wall Street. They tell them, are you guys going to rebuild everything? Though they were strong people. Are you guys so strong? Are you going to build everything? Are you going to build back? They never recover from this. 100 years later, they never did recover from it. For some reason, you're going to recover like in just a few weeks. You're gonna get your insurance check, get a contractor, rebuild it better than it was. Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people are lucky up here.
The fire.
Oh, you want? Let's keep on moving. How long we are into this thing? Oh, good grief! Oh, yo, yo. All right. Let's keep on moving then. Let's keep on moving. Let's play a little commercial right quick.
The 8K family.
Have you ever felt a deep yearning for spiritual growth but didn't know where to start? What if I told you there's a guide that can lead you through every step? Introducing the 8K Family Handbook. This comprehensive guide is your ultimate companion for spiritual empowerment, offering invaluable insights and practical steps to enhance your spiritual journey. What's inside? Perform spiritual background checks. Learn how to assess spiritual energies and protect yourself from negative influences. Connect with your guardian angel. Discover methods to establish a strong, supportive relationship with your guardian angel for guidance and protection. Develop your magical abilities. Unleash your innate magical potential with step-by-step instructions and exercises tailored for all levels. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned practitioner, the 8K Family Handbook provides the tools and knowledge you need to elevate your spiritual practice. Begin your journey to empowerment and enlightenment today. Available now on Amazon.com.
All right, for those of you who may not know, this is our book, and you may go ahead and purchase it. This is a book that you need to have. However, this is a book that will call you. If it calls you, you will have it. If it doesn't, don't bother. Now, that doesn't mean you are being rejected or this or that, you're not worthy. It simply means this is not the time for you to get it yet. If you felt you want to know about your guardian angel and develop your magical skills, your superpower, who are you? What are you? What is your special gift? What is your day? What is your color? What is your metal? What is your flowers? What is your plant? What is your special days? Do you know your 5 special days? Do you have a special days? Who's your celestial families? Do you know them? Do you know your guardian angels? Do you know your day angels, your archangels? Do you know your demon? Do you know those things? Well, if you don't, the answer are in this book. Let's keep on moving.
Powerful winds and dry conditions are creating a, quote, life-threatening situation.
This fire is moving dangerously fast.
The Ventura County Sheriff's Office made 14,000 contacts Wednesday in an effort to get residents to flee.
You can find yourself quickly trapped, so we encourage you, when you get the notification, please leave.
While officials are warning residents, don't be a hero, one father-son team ignored that warning.
We're burning.
Dude,
right
look
here.
at you. Your shirt is singed.
All three of these houses would be gone if we weren't here.
But fierce winds are making the job of firefighters more difficult, with wind gusts of 40 to 50 miles per hour expected to cross the area early Thursday.
It's so windy, you can't keep your hat on, and it's blowing the fire like crazy.
Red flag warnings, which warned residents of dangerous fire weather conditions, were in place for an estimated 20.
Let me show you this thing those people are doing and this garbage and stuff like that.
The job of firefighters more difficult.
Remember, those people suffer from this hero, whatever thing you always have to be there saving stuff.
With wind gusts of 40 to 50 miles per hour expected to cross the area early Thursday.
Okay, this dude, the house is burning, but he's taking the American flag plus.
So windy, you can't keep your hat on, and it's
the Californian flag, I believe.
blowing the fire like crazy.
Red flag warnings, which warned residents of dangerous fire weather conditions, were in place for an estimated 25 million people, including the Los Angeles area Thursday. Southern California's main electric provider cut off power intentionally overnight to about 70,000 customers as a precaution.
The reality is that with everybody running their generators around here, there's far more risk of a fire starting from the generators than there is from PG&E's power lines.
In Ventura County, the mountain fire burned through a football field worth of land every 4 seconds Wednesday.
Every helicopter, every fixed-wing aircraft,
You hear that? Let me play it again so you can hear how fast this thing is moving.
Running their generators around here, there's far more risk of a fire starting from the generators than there is from PG&E's power lines.
In Ventura County, the mountain fire burned through a football field worth of land every 4 seconds Wednesday.
So every 4 seconds, like 1, 2, 3, 4, this fire burned a giant football field worth of space. But how are you going to fight that? How are you going to stop this? Yeah, you can put a photo apps. You can just say, this is not the power of men. Men cannot do this. This is not the power of the elites. They ain't gonna do that. They can't do this. It's the power of the Holy One. This is the power of all people. Great glory. Let's keep on moving.
Helicopter, every fixed-wing aircraft, everything we've been able to get a hold of is here fighting this fire.
I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
Got this. Wow. Got that. Nothing left, man. Why am I keep seeing camels? What is it? I'm seeing a lot of llamas and camel. Llamas. Okay, are llamas a form of camel? Is that what that is? Yeah, they are a form of camel. Let's ask our not Texas. Let's ask our trusty AI here. Are llamas a form of camel?
Of course. At $400 per square foot for a 3,400 square foot
Okay,
house.
no, that's what it is. I'm asking, like, for instance, are llamas a form of camel, or do they belong to the camel family?
Ah, got it. Yes. Llamas are related to camels. They are part of the camelid family, which includes camels, llamas, alpacas, vicuñas, and guanacos. While they share a common ancestor, they're different species adapted to their own environments.
So, well, what makes a llama different than a regular camel?
Llamas and camels have several differences. Size-wise, llamas are smaller than camels. Llamas don't have humps, while camels are known for their distinctive humps, which store fat. Llamas are native to South America, while camels are found in the Middle East, Asia, and Africa. Behaviorally, llamas are often used as pack animals and are known for their calm demeanor, while camels are also used for transport, but are adapted to desert conditions with unique features like long eyelashes and the ability to close their nostrils to keep out sand.
So, what is the difference between a camel and a dromedary?
The main difference between a camel and a dromedary is in the number of humps. A dromedary, also known as the Arabian camel, has one hump, while the Bactrian camel has two humps. Dromedaries are adapted to hot desert climates, primarily found in the Middle East and North Africa. In contrast, Bactrian camels are native to the colder deserts of Central Asia. Both species are well adapted to their environments, but the number of humps is the easiest way to tell them apart.
Alright, so yeah. I don't know why I've been seeing camels and things like that. There's a camel there. Not quite sure, but anyway, let's keep on moving. There's a little black girl in a little cup, symbolic. So this is, let me enlarge this so that people can see the destruction. This is no joke, son. You know, this is no joke. This is his own struggle, man. You can do whatever that you want, you can do, and you can say anything that you feel like. You can say this is being done by the government, the Chinese, the Russian, the elites, or whatever. We all know this is our work because this is our prayer fasting.
Oh yeah, this is crazy.
Okay, this is the Holy One, the Holy Spirit, you know, both energy, electric, and magnetic. Alright? Look at this. How are you going to survive something like that? How are you going to come back from this? Well, how are you going to come back and say, oh, we're going to build this better than ever? And not only that, we have plenty of money and stuff. Everything in there was not emotionally attached to me and stuff. I'll find everything the way it was or better. Look at this. All the houses that were in this place, they all burned down. Talking about, well, dozens of houses are burned down, or the fire still.
This is not a backcountry wildfire. We are in a city right now, the city of Camarillo, population around 70,000. These firefighters right now are trying to contain this blaze in a fence around somebody's property, and those winds are fanning these flames. Gusts of 60 plus miles an hour. Perfect conditions right now, unfortunately, for a wildfire. I don't remember the last time it rained around Los Angeles. Many people have been evacuated, homes have been lost, and people have been injured.
It's less than 1,000 feet from us, and we kept trying to find our way out through the smoke, and there was fires on the side of the road and in front of us, and we kept going in circles, and we finally got out, and so we've just been kind of driving around.
Those are mentioned, man. Those are mentions. Okay, those are mentioned. Those are not your typical homes. But, you know, what those guys are trying to do here, trying to save this house. So, while you're going to try to put the fire out in a home like that? Get out of here. Okay, look at the cars. Burned down. Very expensive car. Some of them are antique.
My husband and I live in Las Posas Estates, and this morning we had lots of pounding on our door to get out, and so we did. And the fire at that time made it difficult to get out because it's less than 1,000 feet from us. And we kept trying to find our way out through the smoke, and there was fires on the side of the road.
Let me say something here concerning those helicopters.
This morning we had lots of pounding on our door to get out. And so we did. And the fire at that time made it difficult to get out because it's less than 1,000 feet from us. And we kept trying to find...
Okay, see those helicopters when they drop the water? See, they can't... It's not like they have a reserve in there. They can do that multiple times. They're going to have to go to the nearest place that they have water, like a lake, a pond, or a pool, to use the water. And this is not easy, okay? When they drop the water like
this, way out through the smoke,
okay, they are done. They're going to have to go get water,
road,
which can take minutes.
And we kept going in circles, and we finally got out. And so we've just been kind of driving around.
Breathing was a little difficult for some. Some left earlier until they finally did the evacuation notice, and then we all had to go.
We got an evacuation text, and I went home because I was at work, and went home to neighbors packing up. It moved very suddenly into our neighborhood. We got one of our neighbors who lives alone by herself out, and we headed to the evacuation center.
The Red Cross is in this community 24/7. We're helping the community prepare, and of course we're responding to this fire, and we'll be here to help them recover and get back on their feet and get back into their homes. This started out as a temporary evacuation point where people were coming in, just getting information, a place out of the wind, out of the smoke, but now we're transitioning to a shelter, an overnight shelter. We have a team setting up cots, so they'll have a place to sleep. We have the Salvation Army cooking meals for us.
And
we'll
again,
dinner tonight,
to those people,
tomorrow,
this thing caught them
meals
at
as
night,
long as they need it here. We have
at
some
night
nurses
while
that
everybody
here
was
that,
asleep, and then
initially
we're
treating some scrapes and some minor burns from people that were evacuating, and then we brought in some people from a local nursing home where the smoke was getting too intense, so they're staying here with us also.
Up in the Oakland Hills, red flag warnings are posted along the ridgeline. Residents in the area have been dealing with strong winds all day.
This is bad, man. This is bad, okay? FEMA and Red Cross are doing a magnificent job over there.
So the bad news is, though, more of those gusty winds are expected early next week. And so far, no word on what caused this fire, but it's still being investigated.
First, though, the only thing Camarillo residents can really do since they've been evacuated is just wait and hope that they actually will have a home to go back to.
Bob DeCastro is in Padre Serra Parish, which is now the evacuation center, and a lot of people hopefully utilizing the resources available, Bob.
A lot of people. In fact, you can hear the bells ringing here at this church. It's a beautiful facility, and now it's an American Red Cross shelter. But
watch this. I think we'll watch that one, but let's see again.
That we were standing in front of for hours at a time, but coming back into the neighborhood, we did find a lot of people who came back to their burned down homes to see what was left.
So this is the dining room.
Dean Sonnenberg graciously gave us a tour of what was the family home on Vientos Road.
I took a picture of my wife at the hotel last night, and I sent it to my kids, and I said, this is the sum of everything that we own. And it was a backpack, a carry-on bag, and a banker's box.
His way of processing the loss is to keep moving forward.
Well, we have a place to stay tonight, and then contact the insurance company.
My heart is breaking for you, and you seem kind of stoic. You seem kind of matter of fact.
No, in the middle of the night, you wake up and cry. We don't have any kids at home. The Howards have kids, so we're more of the lucky ones, really.
And lucky to be on site when a spot fire popped up. Not far away on Old Coach Road, Kelly can't believe what's left of her parents' home.
If you come over here, you can even see the ocean right here. I mean, it's amazing. All of our family gatherings were here. I mean, just thinking of Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up, it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. My mom can't even, she hasn't even come out.
Those people are worrying about their Thanksgiving and their Christmas. That's all. They are not asking themselves, but why is this thing happening? Although they do know why it's happening, but they are saying, well, we are being targeted here. Why isn't this thing happening in Brooklyn, New York, or the Hood, Compton, or Crenshaw, or Southside Chicago, Little Haiti, the Liberty City? Why isn't it this happening in those areas? It's happening here. Why is it people like me, my neighbors, my friend, my family? Are the ones that are being attacked? Nope. Christmas, Thanksgiving, partying, enjoying ourselves. I don't care, man. I want to get raptured here, man. I ain't gonna pay for this and that. Well, it's just going to amp up. Then again, at one point, those people will not have time to evacuate. They'll be burned with their houses. You will see, beloved, an entire cities burned to the ground. No one escaped. When people watch it, they will like, did somebody drop an atomic bomb here? You will see very soon when the hurricane season comes, it will literally wipe out very specific demographic area and there will be no survivor. You will witness certain cataclysm that will happen. It will dwarf whatever happened in Western North Carolina. As mentioned before, it will come a time you will walk outside, you will look for 83, you will not find one. It will come a time you're going to get in your car in the city of Los Angeles and go to the store. It will take you less than 5 minutes. Think that used to take you an hour or two. There'll be zero traffic. It will come a time you will just walk up to any of those beautiful mansions, you just sleep in there, no one will bother you. It will come a time you're just gonna wake up while you're walking down the street and say, hey, a Walls boy, oh, the key's still in there. Just gonna get in it and drive it around. And when you get off of that Walls boy, you can enter a Lamborghini or enter whatever car that you preferred. The great fumigation is in the midst. It's just a few of us that needs to be moved out of the house. Then the holy fumigation will begin.
Up to the property yet. She's devastated. She doesn't want to see it.
Just on Old Coach Road alone, house after house destroyed, possibly 20 in all. Firefighters blamed the wind and the flying embers.
That's why it's so random. That's why all these other houses were fine. It's just the luck of the draw. The embers came here to my parents' house and toasted it within less than an hour.
Tom Hall's home survived, but the fire came close enough to burn his barn.
These two houses are gone. That's how weird. It took two, and two. And so it was like, it was like a hurricane came through, or a tornado, just.
Exactly. Thank you. Fire tornado. It was like a tornado. It was like a hurricane, because that's exactly what it was. This thing came too fast and too strong. You cannot react to it. Well, at least kind of react. How long we are into this thing? Are we 2 hours and
Tom said the water company told him that the water demand was so high, the company had to limit the water. The Ventura County Fire Chief insists that they always had water, just not always immediately where they needed it.
We drained water systems down. We did run out of water high up in the heights. It was reported last night. It was true. We still had water down low, and we were able to do water shuttles. It's a normal operation. Running out of water, I don't want to say it's abnormal, but it's normal enough. We planned for it.
Well, speaking of a water shuttle, we were...
So the fire was so intense, they ran out of water. So they have to go get water. And then by the time you go get water in return, what? What are you gonna do? Nothing. That's what you're going to do.
We were up here when we saw one of those water shuttles come up here, but by then this house was already a goner and there wasn't even a fire unit up here who could tap into that water. And frankly, there was nothing to save. Reporting live in Camarillo,
by the time you go get water, then the party is over. So you're like, oh well, look at those heroes. Give those heroes a hand. They are heroes. They got water. Oh, firefighters. They are heroes and stuff. Worship them. Blue lives. They matter here. But the houses and homes and structures all gone. But the heroes, you gotta understand, man, those guys risked their life. Yeah, whatever you say, man, let's keep on moving.
Right now, fierce winds are making destructive wildfires even worse. The mountain fire has left.
Okay, we'll watch this.
It is not just the wildfires, like the one that swept through Camilo, California Wednesday, charring homes so fast that firefighters could do little to save them. It is not just the devastating floods that brought death and destruction and left a nation reeling, like in Spain. Climate change may not cause such disastrous events, but it does make them more intense, frequent, and deadly. And they're occurring across the globe.
Let me check my ear. What did this woman say? This is global. Usually France will come after me. Let me listen. You people are talking different now. Usually you would say, oh well, scientists say climate change. Now it may not be climate change, but climate change has a little something to do with it, but it may not be. What's going on here? You people used to be very proud of your climate change. Climate change. It's like this and garbage, all this garbage. Now, listen how you people are talking.
It is not just the wildfires, like the one that swept through Camilo, California Wednesday, charring homes so fast that firefighters could do little to save them. It is not just the devastating floods that brought death and destruction and left a nation reeling, like in Spain. Climate change may not cause such disastrous events, but it does make them more intense, frequent, and deadly, and they're occurring across the globe. According to the EU's climate monitor, Copernicus, 2024 is virtually certain to be the hottest year in recorded history.
We are bound to see more and more exceedances at the annual level. So this is the first. It won't be the last. It will be every single year. It will become more likely for the temperature to pass the 1.5 threshold, and eventually, in 5-10 years' time, basically every single year will be above 1.5.
Copernicus says that while 2024 is slated to pass the 1.5 Celsius threshold, this does not mean that the Paris climate deal is off. It sets the goal to keep warming at or below that level for multiple years. But the planet remains far from that goal. At the current pace of greenhouse gas emissions, the United Nations warned that a 3.1 degree average warming is likely this century. With the climate change conference COP29 slated for November 11th, and on the heels of the election of Donald Trump, who is a climate change denier, scientists say that this alarming first of 1.5 degrees for this year serves as a stark warning that not enough is being done.
You people are speaking differently now. You guys are like, oh well, it's not only the climate change. There's another force out there, and then all the things and stuff like that and stuff. Come out there and say it. Come out there and say exactly what's going on. Okay? All right?
Absolutely right, Dave. Yeah, in fact, look how close the heavy downpours, outer rain bands were right along our coast, down towards Sanibel. They actually saw a little bit of rain that could be directly attributed to the storm itself. The clouds you can see are already starting to thin out. Everything is moving pretty quickly off towards the west. The movement now to the west at 9 miles per hour. Winds 105 miles per hour. But the really good news is this thing's 360 plus miles away from us and moving further away and not really affecting anybody else either. Now, we have seen surf already. It showed up this afternoon. Surfers, you know what I'm talking about. And we will have waves for the next few days, which is something we don't get here, especially in November, but you can definitely get it from a cold front. You just don't necessarily get it from tropics. So it's going to be a little bit of swell here for the next few days, but that means rip current, so be careful with that. This is the forecast. You can see it takes it out through Saturday evening. Cat 2, and then it weakens down to less than a hurricane. And then the Hurricane Center is still saying it goes off towards the south and continues to weaken. That track would keep it out over water, would not affect anybody. That would be fantastic news. The forecast models still aren't 100% on that. A lot of them now are starting to curve again to the north, with a few back down to the south and the west. So the Hurricane Center now thinking what's going to happen. The center may drift to the south, but a lot of it's going to get sheared off to the top. It's just going to be a mess, and that's why it's weakening. Those are the hurricane force winds in the middle, tropical storm force winds in the yellow, and you can see they're moving westward across the Gulf, and again, it will not affect anybody, but that is the wind that's generating swell, and so most of the Gulf of Mexico coastline will see some swell.
All right, well, beloved, as you can see, as you just witnessed, that the house is 83 or panicking, though they think they won, well, they got their savior or whatever they want to call it. Though when they look at the situation, they felt they have hope. But when they look at the future, they see nothing but gloomness and darkness. There is no light at the end of the tunnel. I want my people to be at peace, and I want my people to stop spreading things. Whenever you hear anything that are attacking our people, that make our people look bad, don't share it. Don't talk about it. Talk about this. Talk about how you people or your home are being burned. Oh, well, there's a text that says you guys gotta go back to the plantation and pick cotton. No, this text was made for you, sir. You are going to pick the cotton, not our people. Anytime people say, oh, well, we receive a text, black folks are monkeys and stuff like that, don't share it, just ignore it. Stay focused. Do not let anyone disturb your vibration and mess with your frequency. Beloved, telling you the truth, there isn't that much to do out there. There isn't that much that people can do. When I say this, I meant in terms of a future with this country, because remember, the entire world, including ourselves, we don't know exactly how we can have somewhat another thriving place without 83, because that's how they made our people think. They are everything. If they're gone, nothing else will work, everybody will die, society will collapse. When it is in fact the complete opposite. When those people are gone, society will flourish. We'll find no alternative. The nature will work with us. When we grow our food, they will grow without pesticide, without any perverted things in there. We will amass knowledge. We won't be shunned. People will come in the midst of us and try to disturb our peace and vibration. What you just witnessed here, That was with your own eyes. I didn't sit there and tell you, oh, well, this is gonna happen and that's gonna happen. I have a dream. The Most High, this tell me to prophesize this person going to win, prophesize this person going to lose. That's not what that is. We just sat there. We saw with our own eyes the evidence that this is Jacob, this is Esau's trouble, this is not Jacob's trouble. We sat there with our eyes. We see the evidence that the Holy One has his face turns towards us and away from those people. We have evidence that their blessing is no longer. We watch all those 1.2, 2, $3 million homes are being burned to the ground. And people want to blame the elite, they want to blame the weather. No one wants to come to the conclusion that say, well, you know what? This is those people, God. We effed up, and now the whole family is after us. Father, mother, and child is after us. Cousins, friends, an entire army is coming against us, and I am afraid. I'm afraid because there's nothing I can do. I am afraid there's no one I can call. I'm afraid there's no way I can hide. See, this is the type of thing that's going on with the 83. Those people are not getting 1 ounce of sleep. Then again, like we said before, the best way the Holy One directed an attack, or the best way that he brought an attack, is when you're relaxed. Sleep. Relax. Feels so nice, man. My boy is back on power. Food is cheap. Just relaxing on this vacation here. Close yourself, taking a nap. And then when you open your eyes while you're in this hotel or this beach, you are underwater. By the time you try to swim to the surface, it's already too late. You drink water or water get into your lungs, you die. When you are in this beach, you are thinking nothing but chill. You ignore everything. When you close your eyes trying to take everything cool, a tsunami happens, you don't even know this. And you turn out to be a forgotten number. Beloved, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Feel free to purchase the book if the book calls on you. I say shalom, great glory. Selah, so be it.
The 8K family.
Have you ever felt a deep yearning for spiritual growth but didn't know where to start? What if I told you there's a guide that can lead you through every step? Introducing the 8K Family Handbook. This comprehensive guide is your ultimate companion for spiritual empowerment, offering invaluable insights and practical steps to enhance your spiritual journey. What's inside? Perform spiritual background checks. Learn how to assess spiritual energies and protect yourself from negative influences. Connect with your guardian angel. Discover methods to establish a strong, supportive relationship with your guardian angel for guidance and protection. Develop your magical abilities. Unleash your innate magical potential with step-by-step instructions and exercises tailored for all levels. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned practitioner, the 8K Family Handbook provides the tools and knowledge you need to elevate your spiritual practice. Begin your journey to empowerment and enlightenment today. Available now on Amazon.com.